Could this be the illegal ball marker that helps you read every single putt? I think it could be. Now, in this review, we are going to be taking it out on the golf course, testing it, and seeing if it actually works. Now, let's just talk first impressions and reviews that I have found online. Okay, first off, first impressions. The box looks like something from the 90s. How old is that packaging? Yes, I have just bought this off Amazon. It hasn't been sitting in my wardrobe or a Christmas present that is about 20 years old. I have just bought this. Now, taking this out of the packaging, the plastic feels quite old as well. Now, as I sort of dive into this and have a look at the back of the marker, you can sort of see the overlapping pieces of plastic where it hasn't been cut very well. So, without being harsh here, the workmanship of this marker is not very good. But who actually cares if the method works? So the idea behind this is it's a spirit level. It shows you what side of the putt is higher than the other to help you read the putt, whether it's left to right to left, uphill, or downhill. Okay, so let's go into some of the reviews. Now, this is marked 4 out of 5 stars on Amazon, but I'm going to say that very cautiously. There are 3, I repeat 3, global ratings. Let's stick around to the end to see what I put mine down as. Okay, now this also worries me further. So this review comes from Mr. Mackenzie. Good ball marker, which clips to my hat. Magnet is very good and strong. I have to say, it does feel like that. But, this is the bit that worries me, was not lost during the game. It's illegal. You can't use this during your game. But anyway, let's go to the golf course. Let's find out if it's any good. Right, so let's test this. Let's just show you how this works. Well, hopefully how it works. It wasn't very expensive, so I don't have high hopes that it actually does work. Right, first thing I'm going to say is, one of these lines on here, you have to point towards the target, i.e. the hole, to get like a marker of where the slope is relative to you. And it is only as good as, I was going to say the idiot using it, or the golfer using it. That's one thing I'd say. I'm calling myself an idiot, not you guys, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. If we're going to put across this green, and this is actually a little bit uphill off the right. So I would know, that's not something I'd know, to be fair. I wouldn't know that was uphill as much as that. So you can see here, that would be then moving uphill off the right. And now with a left to right putt, that ball would be on the left hand side of your marker. So you can see how much that ball moves. And the further that ball is from the center, the bigger the degree of that slope is. Now, if you're a golfer who's like used aim point before, this is sort of what you're trying to do with your feet and your fingers when you're trying to establish the read of your putt. So if you've seen golfers like straddling their line, like this is what they're trying to do. Create a spirit level or a gauge in their mind. It's something that I've not got on with, and I'm not very good at it. That's probably why I've not got on with it. So again, if it's on the left, you're gonna see this putt would be then moving left to right across that slope, and that was severely left to right. Okay, so uphill, downhill. Let's have a look at this now. If I point this straight towards that flag, I can see that this is now uphill off the left. If we do a 360, then I know that's downhill off the right. This feels like cheating. This seriously feels like cheating. So you've seen how it works there. Simply, the ball will sit on the high side of the marker, so you know straight away. Now, this is obvious, isn't it? It's a massive slope, and even I would get away with not having to use my illegal ball marker, but I think this is where it's going to be a mega, and this is where the cheating would really come in. By the way, I'm not condoning cheating, but when you've got those subtle little breaks, when you've got a flag on here where the landscape around you tries to fool your eyes, like the golf course designers, their whole job is to fool you. Think about it from the tee. They put bunkers in the way to catch your ball. They put bunkers short of a green to make it look deceptive and closer to you. The job of the course designer on the green is essentially to make you think the putt's moving one way, but it's moving the other. But not with my marker. So we're going to put this to the test on 4 putts on this flat surface around here, and I think it's going to help me commit to putts way more. So let's see if we can hold all 4. Here we go. Must make putts these, aren't they? Okay, this is where the marker's going to come into its own. Like, to the naked eye, this is a really hard putt to read. And I know this at Mottram Hall. I've gone, oh, that's definitely right to left, and then it's been left to right. So I'm going to point that line directly at the middle of the hole. Now this is showing me that this is uphill. I wouldn't say that. I'd have said it's like, well, if anything, just flat. So this is uphill and off the right. So I'm actually going to use the line on my ball to point inside right edge. Now that's where I think that's going to move. It's not too much off the side of that marker, inside right. Now, of course, you could read the putt's great, but you've still got to hit the actual putt in that shot, haven't you? It's only half the story. Is it too early to say that I felt really committed on that one? Okay, putt number 2. Let's have a look at this. So this says, I mean, that's really fooling me. That says it's down slightly off this side, a little bit like that. So I'm gonna go literally right half of middle. Not even gonna leave the center of the cup. Putt number 3. That last one was toughy. Last one was a toughie. Okay. Now this is a big point. Josh mentioned this before. You've got to make sure it's a flat, like almost pressed into the ground to have its use. I mean, this is really confusing me now. So that says it's off the right and uphill, but the other opposite putt was. Anyway, let's trust it. Well, it was dead right. It was dead right. I would have, if I and my playing partner hit a putt there, I would have said this is left to right down the hill. I aimed that right half, it just sort of stayed on right half and came into the centre. Interesting. Now, one thing caveat I want to say about this, the shorter putts is where I think it's, well, I know it's really coming into its own for the sake of there's not much distance to the ball to travel, but on a long putt, you might have a double breaker and you couldn't walk down there and place it down. I'm saying it like you could actually use it anyway, but okay, final putt. We've got 2 out of 3 so far. This is for a 3 out of 4. Okay, marker down. So that in the centre, uphill off the left, but not much in it again. Literally, I'm going left half of centre based on that. The ball on the thing was literally just like the top edge. Right, okay, this is for 3 out of 4. We've got 2 out of 3 so far. I do feel so much more committed. Now that's one thing I'm going to say, right? I know I missed that second putt, but over every single one of them putts, I didn't have that, oh, is it right to left? Is it left to right? Like, I was fully invested in what this marker was showing me. Now, I know it's illegal to use on the golf course, but 100%, if you were going out to practice, let's say before playing on a Saturday, I would be taking this out and just scoping out a few of the greens so you know those subtle breaks. Just like a training aid, right? So yeah, very interesting, very good. 2 downsides. If the greens are a little bit uneven, like different grasses, it could be a little bit misleading. So I was really trying to make sure I put it flat to the ground. Okay, last little thing. We're at Mottram Hall on a Sunday. Now it's a busy day. There's people playing everywhere. We're gonna go and ask someone random around the shop, in the shop. 1, would they use it? 2, do they think it's illegal? Because there's probably people going to buy this and get it given as a gift, as a novelty present, and not realise it's actually illegal. So let's go and find some people. At the pro shop, Luke's in the shop. We're going to go and ask him what he thinks of this. Get it out of the packaging. 2 questions for him. Does he think it's legal, and would he use it? If he says it's illegal and would use it, we know he's a cheater. No, he's not really. He's a very good player, actually. He plays a +2, something like that. Very good player. Right, after you. Right, Luke, lad. Quick question, got a marker here. Have a look. First thing, legal or illegal? I know it feels quite cheap.
That would seem like it's illegal.
Yeah, okay, then would you use it?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to say 100%, you'd find people here on a Saturday that definitely would use it and not tell the playing partners.
Yeah, if there was people just playing in a Saturday comp, then people would use it. But in a proper competition, a proper amateur or professional, then I don't think you would be able to use it. So.
But would you know that's illegal straight away? Would you go? Would you check if you saw someone mark it like on the floor? Would you go, yeah, you cheating, mate?
Well, if I saw, it's basically a level meter, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We wanted to practice with basically now, is what you're saying.
I mean, it would be good to practice on greens with.
Yeah, exactly. That's
slopes on the greens.
That's basically what I said. Like, if you do aim point, like you can like gauge what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Well, Luke didn't fall for it. There we go. Guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy this video, please do subscribe to the channel and turn on that bell to never miss an upload.